In the bustling city of Lagos, there lived a family struggling to make ends meet. The Adebanjos were known in their neighborhood for their perseverance and close-knit bond. The father, Connor Adebanjo, worked tirelessly as a taxi driver, while his wife, Ifeoma, sold fruits at the local market. Despite their hard work, they could barely provide for their 3 children, Tunde, Amoka, and little Emeka. The family lived in a small, dilapidated house in the outskirts of Lagos. Each day was a battle against hunger and poverty, yet they held on to hope and their belief in honesty and hard work. But as the years went by and their situation did not improve, desperation began to set in. One evening, after a particularly difficult day, Connor sat in their dimly lit living room, his head in his hands. Ifeoma watched him with a heavy heart, knowing how much he carried on his shoulders. Tunde, the eldest son, had just turned 18 and felt the weight of their struggles more than his younger siblings. He often wandered the streets of Lagos, seeking opportunities to help his family. One fateful night, Tunde stumbled upon an old friend, Chike, who was now living a life of luxury. Curious and desperate, Tunde asked him how he had managed to turn his life around. Chike, after some hesitation, revealed that he had visited a Babalawo, a traditional priest, who had performed rituals that brought him immense wealth. Tunde was initially skeptical and fearful. He had always been taught to work hard and be honest. But as the days passed and their situation worsened, the temptation grew stronger. He saw his mother's tired eyes, his father's weary shoulders, and his siblings' hunger, and he began to consider the unthinkable. One night, Tunde confided in his father about the encounter with Chike and the possibility of visiting the Babalawo. Connor was furious and vehemently opposed the idea. However, Tunde, driven by desperation and a desire to lift his family out of poverty, decided to go against his father's wishes. Tunde made his way to a remote village on the outskirts of Lagos, where the Babalawo, Chief Odigon, resided. The journey was long and fraught with uncertainty. When he finally arrived, he was greeted by an eerie silence and the sight of the old priest, who seemed to have been expecting him. Chief Odigon listened to Tunde's plight and nodded knowingly. He told Tunde that wealth could be his, but at a great cost. Tunde, blinded by desperation, agreed without fully understanding the consequences. The Babalawo performed a ritual, invoking powerful spirits and making Tunde swear an oath of secrecy. Tunde was given a talisman and instructed to bring human sacrifices in exchange for continuous wealth. Tunde, horrified but committed, returned to Lagos, his mind in turmoil. As weeks turned into months, the Adebanjos' fortunes began to change. Money flowed into their home and their circumstances improved dramatically. Connor and Ifeoma were bewildered but grateful, unaware of the dark secret Tunde harbored. Tunde, however, was haunted by guilt and fear, knowing that his newfound wealth was built on the suffering of others. Tunde had managed to keep his secret from his family, but the weight of his actions took a toll on him. He became withdrawn and paranoid, constantly looking over his shoulder. The spirits invoked by Chief Odigon demanded more sacrifices, and Tunde struggled to keep up with their insatiable hunger. One night, unable to bear the burden any longer, Tunde confided in Amoka, his sister. Shocked and horrified, she confronted him, begging him to stop. Tunde, torn between his love for his family and the terrifying power of the Babalawo, found himself at a crossroads. Amoka, determined to save her brother and redeem their family, sought the help of a local pastor known for his spiritual strength. Pastor Olumide agreed to help, but warned that it would be a dangerous battle against dark forces. With Pastor Olumide's guidance, Tunde and Amoka confronted Chief Odigon. The Babalawo, enraged by their defiance, summoned powerful spirits to protect himself. A fierce spiritual battle ensued, with Pastor Olumide invoking divine intervention to counter the dark forces. In the end, the power of light prevailed. Chief Odigon was defeated, and his hold over Tunde was broken. However, the consequences of Ton's actions could not be completely erased. The spirits exacted a final price, leaving Ton physically and emotionally scarred. The Adebanjos, now free from the curse, began to rebuild their lives. The wealth they had gained through dark means was gone, but they found solace in each other and their renewed faith. Connor and Ifeoma, though heartbroken by Ton's ordeal, forgave him and stood by his side. Ton, determined to atone for his actions, dedicated his life to helping others in need. He worked tirelessly, using his experiences to warn others about the dangers of seeking quick and unethical paths to wealth. Years passed, and the Adebanjos found a new sense of peace and purpose. They learned that true wealth lay not in material possessions but in the strength of their family and their unwavering faith. Their story became a beacon of hope in their community, reminding others that integrity and perseverance would always triumph over darkness. Like and subscribe to this channel for more stories.